Welcome to the official Windows 8 channel, and today we are talking about virtual memory, what it is and how to change the size of that virtual memory space in Windows 8. What is virtual memory? It is a space on your hard drive that actually all Windows operating system create when you turn on the computer. It's also known as the swap file. When you turn on your computer, what happens is that Windows will allocate a certain amount of space on their hard drive, and it will be dependent also on the amount of RAM memory that you have. A lot of people mix up virtual memory, RAM memory, hard drive size. It's a little complicated for a lot of people to understand. Virtual memory is actually not RAM. Don't think you don't have enough RAM memory if you're running out of virtual memory. Don't also think that it's a problem with the size of your hard drive. It's really something else. When Windows starts, it will use your RAM. It will put a lot of stuff in the RAM. Your programs will go into RAM because that's the fastest possible way of working in a memory. RAM memory is fast compared to the hard drive of your computer, for example. But if, for example, computers that have very low amounts of RAM memory, let's say you have only 1 gigabyte on Windows 8, what happens is that the virtual memory, the space that Windows creates on a hard drive, will probably be bigger because it doesn't have enough space to fill up the RAM. So in some cases it might mean that your RAM memory is just too low. But in a lot of cases, running out of virtual memory is most of the time a bug. It's more of a feature, an app, for example, that might actually be using too much memory, too much RAM, like a runaway process, for example, or a badly programmed software. An example of that, Firefox, when it was in version 3 a long time ago, it actually was a very bad piece of software because it was using a lot of memory. There was what's called memory leakage, and the process that uses generally, an example, it would use 50,000 bytes or 50 megabytes, for example, might actually be using 100, 200 megabytes. Why? Because of a poorly programmed piece of software and poorly programmed memory management. So most of the time when you're running out of virtual memory, it's more of a bug or anything else. But if you want to try to avoid it and see if you can change that information, then you need to change the amount of virtual memory that is allocated. Your computer typically sets up the amount of virtual memory it needs by itself, but there's a maximum that is set in the software. And so to go to the virtual memory settings, just go into your charms bar on the right side of the screen by swiping or going to the corners with your mouse. Click search. Here you'll type advanced and go into settings. And there you'll have in that list what's called view advanced system settings. And you'll have that little properties window show up here. Look into the performance area and click settings. Here you'll have all sorts of settings, but click on the top in the advanced tab, and here you'll see virtual memory. A paging file is an area on the hard disk that Windows uses as if it were RAM, and it says total paging file size for hard drive. Here it's 8 gigabytes, 8,192 megabytes. But you can click the change button, and here you can change that amount of information to any system size that you want, and you'll actually go into the little custom size if you want to change that. So you click the volume on which you want to create that file size and then change it. One of the ways to change it, you'll have to actually get the little check mark out of automatically manage paging file size for drives. That will unlock the possibility, and you can actually then go into custom size, and here you just went out without me wanting that. Okay, here we go. So you can actually change the size and change it from the initial size and the maximum size, and put the settings that you need in that area. But keep in mind that it rarely needs to be changed. 99% of virtual memory problems are caused by bad written software and not by Windows missing space. So be careful with that. And one of the options that you have here is probably the best, which is automatically manage paging file size, which means that Windows will actually make its own paging system. So here at the bottom you see the minimum allowed at this time on my machine is 16 megabytes, the recommended setting 4000, the currently allocated 8192 megabytes. Tells you how much file size. And automatically manage means that there's no limit. This file size of your computer will actually change as it needs more paging, more space on the hard drive. So it rarely needs to be changed, but if you do have to change it, this is where it goes. So simply go once again into, if you want to find it again, just kind of go into your charms bar on the right side, click on the search, type advanced, go into settings, click view advanced system settings. In the performance area, go into settings, click the advanced tab on the top and click change. And remember, you have to remove the automatically managed paging file size if you want to do it by yourself. So that's how you change the virtual memory space of your computer, or what's called the swapping, the swap size or the swap file on your computer. If you enjoy our videos, click the subscribe button at the top of the screen, or on the screen, sorry, and you'll be informed when new videos are online. There's also some other features you might want us to talk about that we haven't done yet. Let us know. We'll try to put that video online for you. You'll be helping others at the same time. You have that new Windows 8 machine, you're a little lost, maybe you are planning to buy one. Take a look at all our videos and you'll see how Windows 8 works in general and how to do just about anything in Windows 8. So thanks for watching, and hope that you come back to the official Windows 8 channel. Bye bye.